Hello everyone, it's DiegoDoom here. Today I'm bringing you another review. Today I'll be reviewing Dunk Kaiju Remix Series Bemular. This figure is a stylized take on the alien reptile Bemular from episode 1 of the 1966 show Ultraman. In the show, Bemular escapes from the monster graveyard with Ultraman chasing him down. Their chase leads them to Earth where Ultraman accidentally crashes into Shin Hayata's ship, killing him. Bemular uses this opportunity to hide in a nearby lake. The Science Patrol team attempts to flush Bemular out of the lake by attacking him with Submarine 122, which is being piloted by the recently revived Shin Hayata. After flushing Bemular out, he attacks the submarine and throws it to shore. Shin Hayata emerges from the submarine and for the first time, he transforms into Ultraman. Now, Ultraman must fight his first of many battles on Earth against the escaped alien reptile, Bemular. Be sure to check out the 1966 show Ultraman, it is absolutely fantastic. Dunk Kaiju Remix Series Bemular is a superb release in the Kaiju Remix Series line. Bemular has a superb sculpt and superb paint applications. Since there's no assembly required for this figure, let's jump right into it and take a look at Bemular himself. When it comes to sculpt and paint apps, Bemular is stunning. Starting from the top, we have Bemular's unique hyper-stylized head sculpt. At the top of the head, we have Bemular's large spines that have a very sharp sculpt with a glossy gradiated blue-gray paint app. These very nicely detailed sharp spines continue down Bemular's back. As we move down, we can see the spines transition to the scaly creases and folds that make up Bemular's forehead. The forehead has a glossy deep blue paint app with brown weathering. Bemular's brow is nice and prominent, adding to his insane look. The eyes are fantastic. The eyes are inset into the head, giving them extra depth. The eyelids have various creases and folds. The eyes themselves have a glossy gradiated fire yellow paint app with black pupils. You'll notice when looking at Bemular head on, the eyes are looking in two different directions, really adding to his insane look. The mouth sculpt is stunning. Bemular's mouth looks like it's been flipped inside out. The gums have a fantastic fleshy sculpt with a flesh tone paint app. You can also see some subtle blue vein lines going through the gums. The teeth have a sharp sculpt with a dirty bone paint app that becomes even dirtier as we reach the gums. The large canine teeth really add to the intense look of Bemular's mouth. Moving down to Bemular's long neck, the neck is covered in large hard plates. Each plate has its own unique sharp sculpt, gradually becoming larger as we reach the chest. The plates have a weathered tan paint app with some slight yellow highlights. The plates on the chest are large and follow the shape of Bemular's pecs and sternum. Bemular's arms have a nice smaller T-Rex-like sculpt. The arms are covered in nicely textured finer scales with a dark gray paint app. The claws have a very nice sharp sculpt with glossy black for the fingernails. As we move down from the chest, the lower waist and legs are covered in the same finer scales as the arms. The scales spread out naturally, adding to Bemular's pose. The scales on the waist and legs have a dark gray paint app with slight brown weathering. The skin in between the scales seems to have a tan paint app. Moving down, we have Bemular's feet. The feet have a very nicely detailed scaly sculpt with slight weathering. The scales on the feet are smoother than the scales seen on the waist and legs. The toenails and side spurs have a nice sharp sculpt with a glossy black paint app. Spin around to the back, we have the spines with a glossy blue-gray paint app. Each of the spines are individually sculpted and protrude in various ways from Bemular's back. At the base of each spine we can see some brownish weathering. As we move down the back, the spines begin to lessen and spread out as we reach the tail. The tail has a fantastic semi-coiled sculpt with the spines continuing. In between the spines we can really see the brown weathering. Underneath the tail we can see the finer scales from the legs and waist continuing. As a whole, Dunk has created a superb stylized take on Bemular. Bemular looks ferocious and insane. Dunk has a few other releases in the Kaiju Remix Series line and a lot more on the way. As of right now, it seems they only have the Ultraman license, so it'll be exciting to see their stylized takes on other Ultra Kaiju and aliens. I absolutely recommend picking up Bemular. He is a superb introductory piece into the Kaiju Remix Series line. Now, let's take a look at Bemular's pose. Bemular's pose is a little hard to describe. It looks like he's in a ready for action pose and also a something's grabbed my attention pose, like if Ultraman has just appeared. Even though Bemular's pose is hard to describe, it looks absolutely fantastic. Bemular stands roughly a little over 12 inches tall and 9 inches head to tail. Bemular is a fairly tall figure and fits in well for other X plus 30 centimeter figures. Something you'll notice when taking Bemular out of the box, it seems there's no way in the world he'll stand up on his own because his stance is so strange. Surprisingly, Bemular stands just fine. It's been speculated that Bemular's lower body may be filled with resin to help balance the figure properly. Bemular is not a shelf hog at all and will fit in well on any shelf. Now, let's do some size comparisons. To conclude the review, Dunk Kaiju Remix Series Bemular is a superb release in the Kaiju Remix Series line. Bemular has a superb sculpt and superb paint applications. This figure is definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. I absolutely recommend picking Bemular up. Be sure to check out the 1966 show Ultraman, it is absolutely fantastic. This has been another review by DiegoDoom. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Check out the Facebook fan page and also follow me on Instagram. Like, comment, and subscribe.